Saying it verbally versus chat to chat versus typing it. Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree. Yeah, I think that's like where I typically draw the line is like I'll say it out loud, but yeah, in chat, you know, I'm not typically typing in a ranked game, in a game that I like really care about. Maybe I'll like all chat, you know, in like a normal or something to like just tilt someone, you know, just to be like a douche, you know, just just for the banter, because it could be fun in normals and stuff, you know. But yeah, typically in a game where I want to win, I'm just like I veer away from typing as much as possible unless it's absolutely crucial. Watch a lot of my videos back. It's hard when you're watching all the lanes and you see your ADC pushed up with vision. Yeah, exactly. It was zero vision. Yeah, I mean that happens so often. It's very frustrating. So I totally understand like where that frustration comes from with players. I'm gonna go ahead and start my top side here. The reason for that is because I don't feel like we have really much kill pressure on Singed, and even if we do, I don't think that getting this lane ahead is going to be like the make or break of the team. I'm pretty sure they have a better 2v2 than us. That's fine that he DC'd because I'll be able to do this without him just fine. But I'm pretty sure they have a better 2v2 than us with the jungle top. But yeah, and then also, if we can get Jinx and Senna ahead, it's the end of the game right there. My fave is when I've been stomped in jungle, but we win. I always type jungle diff in all chat. Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that. I love doing that because it just tilts, you know, the enemy jungler, and he like, you know, writes a thesis on how that's not true, or how he definitely gapped you in the jungle and it was only team diff, and I just find it hilarious because like I was never even, you know, serious in the first place. I'm not exactly sure where Yone is gone. Okay, he's back in lane. So that one's gonna die to the burn, the big one. I leave it for like, these ones also will die to the burn, so I just walk away from them. Oh, not this one though, and not this one. Oh, there we go. Look at that. See, perfect. Just like I called it, it would die to the burn. Yeah, I had a feeling that a double ADC bot lane would be shoving in their bot lane, so I'm glad I pathed down here because now I can prevent them from being ganked. Since you're on one Scuttle Crab, it's very obvious that the enemy jungler is going to be on the opposite Scuttle Crab, and you can just ping to notify your team of that. Just make it very obvious that that is what you're trying to communicate. We can fight this. I mean, we don't have to either. Not really passionate about it either way. I'm assuming this guy used teleport. Cool. Well, that was interesting. She could have hit that in a way that it... Ah, you know what? I could also be... Nice. So that's going very well for us in the bot lane. I'm glad that they played it that hard, that aggro. That went very well. I should have been walking toward the wall here instead of just bitching about Senna, like not autoing the stupid blue plant, you know, in a specific, you know, direction that was like not even relevant at the time, and also didn't have any, you know, impact on the fight at all. I should have been actually like considering ways that I could have gotten involved in that fight, and that would have actually gone even more well for us, I think. So yeah, just things that I can change for the future. That's gone so well. Bots missed the wave as well. Yeah, no, totally. I always have one chicken follow me to wolves. Yeah, those fucking chickens following you. They'll do it. They'll do it. Don't tempt them. So Vi is very extremely good at taking dragons. You can do it solo. You don't even need items. All you need is the jungle item, and you could be level 4, level 3. You'd be able to solo it with only smiting once. So you always want to make sure that you can like sneak that whenever possible. So for instance, I have my eyes on the minimap the entire time that I'm doing that. I'm very familiar with when my passive shield is coming back up. So I'm just looking at the minimap, making sure that their bot lane's not moving in any suspicious way. If they've changed their movement at all while I'm on the dragon, if they like start moving differently, or something with mid lane, if they start hovering toward the dragon, even just toward like the dragon side of the mid lane, I start being very suspicious, start pinging for distance. Just things you want to consider while you're sneaking those dragons. But your W is really, your W and your passive allow you to take the dragon very and remain very healthy, and I'm not going to allow that. Just going to make sure we smite that from him, because that's not in a place to really like contest it, so. Echo's just sort of messing around with Zed here. It's not really doing anything, so. Yeah, I need to get better at juggling my passive while looking at map. Yeah, it's just something that comes with practice, but also you can just look over at the passive too to see when it's up, or when it's like 3 seconds from being up, and I know the sound, I know the auditory cue for when the third hit, when you're doing the third hit. I like have an internal clock now where I just count the hits, and also just know the sound for the third hit, so then you know that your passive is up when it's 3 seconds left, and then you do your third hit, because each third proc of your W is one. This is actually really good for us. I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking for a second now. I fucked that up. I fucked that up heavily. Oh, this hasn't. Oh. He didn't have to die. It wasn't really necessary for him to die at all. But anyway, no one's up here to really like stop me or kill me or anything, so I should be fine. In fact, Echo may be considering taking my blue buff. I should have been taking his, but there's a possibility he was pathing toward me, so. I wanted to make sure that I got the heck out of there. So triggering, been there too many times. Always take too much damage. Yeah, it'll happen. Don't worry, trust me. It'll happen. Don't worry, buddy, I'm coming for you. Zed's probably dead here, which is like not something that we'll be able to really prevent. Oh, he's actually not dead. Echo has a red buff. I'm assuming he's actually cleared his whole bot side here, so it's pretty bad for me to be here. Oh, he hasn't cleared his Krugs though, and they are level 1. This is the first time these Krugs are being cleared. It's actually like kind of bad that I'm putting them on cooldown for him, because the first Krugs are like the worst Krugs. That's weird that just went through Kaisa. I want to make sure that I use my smite. It's never good to have 2 smites up. And then I should start pathing topside as soon as possible. Oh, that was warded. Have my ult up in like 10 seconds. Nice. So I was able to kill him. And then since I'm already here, I'm gonna do the Scuttle or the Rift Herald. Use my smite because it's not beneficial to be sitting on 2 smites. It's always good to have one charging up. And especially since I don't even have my smite upgraded yet. Hopefully no one steals this from me though. We run the risk of that because I want to save my other smite for the dragon. Alright, now we're sitting on the Chemtank, Turbo Chemtank, and then we'll be able to grab a pink ward and head out to dragon. Alright, he was able to get a kill on that. Ooh, he didn't even die to Echo as well. It's really good for us. Alrighty. Nice. So we got a kill there. I'm gonna go ahead and solo the dragon now. And their support says GG. Nice. That bodes well for us. Should have held on to my E there. That way I could, because I didn't have it up just yet for the dragon. So just used my E a little too soon. That way I didn't proc the shield as efficiently as possible. But, you know, just small. Oh, Malka was able to take this. So we're getting actually really lucky in these games too. Keep that in mind that I'm having like really good teammates that are all on the same page and all really getting lucky. So, I mean, if your ranked games are not turning out this way, don't let that, you know, demoralize you. Don't let that really affect you. I noticed a lot of streamers and like YouTubers and stuff never really, you know, they always fail to mention that like sometimes you're in lucky games, you know, and I just happen to be in lucky games right now with good players who are, you know, doing really well. They're all on roll. They're all trying their best. They're all following me up at all times. But I just want to make that clear that this isn't 100% of my games and the outcome and how they all work. Otherwise, I feel like we'd have like 100% win rate or something close to it on this account. Is this NA region? Right? That's what I'm saying. The Q into the wall, I mean, I played a ranking where my Jax mid went 0-20. Yeah, see, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, that'll happen. I am no stranger to that. Alright. 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 That's fine. It's really no big deal. I think we'll be able to take this. Hopefully Jinx doesn't die here. I'm actually going to pull out this wave. Alright, he dies, but that's fine. Oh, he doesn't actually. Cool. So yeah, again, Scuttle Crab does 2 plates of like true damage basically. 2 turrets. We're also going to be able to hit this turret. I don't think we're going to be able to take it because they have someone coming up here though. So I'll make sure that I fuck off. When you ward in this bush, always make sure to ward here because it gets vision of over here. As opposed to just like warding here, which doesn't gain you any extra vision in this pocket. I want to make sure that I take the blue buff and the Scuttle Crab here, just gain the biggest advantage possible experience-wise. So luckily I was able to secure that and no one stole it, and then I'll have my smite secure this. If someone is contesting the blue buff, just go ahead and smite the blue buff, and then try and take the Scuttle Crab. Blue buff's going to be more important to you than Scuttle Crab is. For future reference. Keeping my Q up here just in case Sin tries to fuck with me and I could just Q over the wall here like this. This is pink warded. Also the burn from my abilities and doing damage to it, and then also the Turbo Chemtank is going to be killing the Gromp. Could just help them really quick with taking this. You know, no sense in not. We are just snowballing the lead against Echo by just taking all of his camps. Dang it, Maokai. Maokai with the 3000 IQ play of leaving that there so he could take some of my Raptors and gain that like 24 gold advantage. Bro, I played it, then AFK after 20 minutes you can have unlucky games. Yeah, for sure. There are definitely unlucky games. I will guarantee it. And this just happened to be lucky games that I'm playing in. So do not be distraught if your games do not go well all the time. There's no real reason for us to be fighting at this point. There's no objective for us to be fighting over here. We're sort of fighting for the hell of it. And you know, I'm never one who's been opposed to fighting for the hell of it. Just kidding. Fuck this, I'm out of here. Who is this TPing? Singe. It's no big. Ah, that's really unfortunate. So, I'm gonna go and reset here for the Cloud Dragon. Because I'm sitting on like 4k gold. Alright, gonna grab ourselves Deadman's, grab a tier, and then grab one of these, because we're gonna be dealing Caulfield's Warhammer for the mana immune. I'm going a really late mana immune this game again, unfortunately. I just keep getting put into positions where there's just more and more gold for me to take more and more things that I'm able to take in front of me, and I just want to take them to further starve out Echo. That way he has less and less of a path into the game just by denying him an entire, denying their team an entire form of currency or resources. Basically, so yeah, even though it's a little bit late, it's not the end of the game if it's late. And it is still something to consider building, I would say. Hopefully this up soon. I'm gonna be really distraught if it does not. Okay. What are the odds? My timing is off. Yo, the hydrate. My last sip. We did it, boys. We finished off the bottle. Thank you. Appreciate it, Brandon. You don't think this is a super lucky game? I feel like you just played well. It's not that the enemy has failed dives and gave you all gold. That's true. That's true. By lucky game, I just mean that my teammates wanted to win and played the way we played together cooperatively, which happens in, I feel like, less than the majority of games, honestly. Or at least at a point the cooperation fizzles out. You can use your E to kill, or at least hit the ranged minions by the turret, so you always want to make sure that you're... Wow, she's basically dead. You always want to make sure that you're aiming it in that way, so that it hits all 3 ranged minions, and possibly even the cannon minion if possible. Alright, cool. Burned Yone Flash. True. Well, thank you everyone for tuning into the stream. I'm probably going to go ahead and get off for now, but I hope you all have a good night, and goodbye, everybody. Hopefully I was educational and you learned something. Yeah, tune in next time. I'll try and be as educational as possible next time as well.